Hello, everyone. This is the most intelligent and magnificent bird, Buckbeak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, this character review will be on Gold Mythic Mr.Liu. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good and I'm staying safe for the most part. And also, before I forget and before we begin, if any of you are interested in entering the $10 Google Play Store card giveaway, all of the info for the giveaway will be down below in the description. So if you are interested in entering the giveaway, just make sure to check the description down below for all of the info. And I figured, I know I'm about 2, maybe 3 weeks behind for this character review, and I figured I would go ahead and get it out of the way because he's going to be a pretty good and very annoying toon, inevitably, when a lot of people end up getting him down the road. But anyway, I think we should go ahead and jump into it on this character review on Gold Mythic Mr.Liu, shall we? Mr.Liu, Typhoon. His trait is Alert, his role is Medic, and his allegiance is a member of Typhoon. Now let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 14,120. His defense is also 14,120. And his HP is 18,827. Now let's take a look at his Adrenaline Rush. Shark Bait. The recharge rate is 55 AP, so that's extremely fast. That's pretty good. Taunt up to 2 enemies for 2 turns. One other enemy gets minus 60 AP. Heal this character for 100% of their max HP. Now let's take a look at his signature move, Impending Doom. The initial cooldown is turn 1. Number of cooldowns 2 turns. Number of uses unlimited. One enemy gets 50% infection for 2 turns. All alert teammates recover from bleed. Let's take a look at Mr.Liu's Mythic Abilities. Spirit. 20% of all healing performed by this character, also granted as bonus HP. Persistent. Whenever a teammate or enemy dies, heal up to 2 teammates by 30% of their max HP. Great Wall. While battling on the defense team at the start of each turn, all alert and strong teammates get 40% bonus HP. And Poisoned Blood. When this character dies, up to 2 enemies get 20% infection for 2 turns. Now let's take a look at his specialist skill. Damn, I can't talk. Sorry about that. Resentment. I hope I said that right. But anyway, when this character gets 50% to any status resistance applied to them, and an inherent 50% resistant to all statuses to which they otherwise have no source of resistance. Alright, let's take a look at his weapon. Mr.Liu's sturdy gold and white desert eagle. 25% defense, 35% HP. When being attacked, a better chance the attacker will get 50% heal reduction for 2 turns. When being attacked, a 30% chance the attacker will get 50% infection for 3 turns. Alright, let's go over them one by one as quick as possible. Shark bait. So you're going to be able to taunt 2 enemies for 2 turns, which that's going to be very good and also very annoying. And then one other enemy is also going to get minus 60 AP. So you're going to be draining 60 AP away from the enemy. That's going to be just as or even more annoying than taunting the enemies. I think it's a little bit more annoying than taunting the enemies, in my personal opinion, for you to build up all that AP just to have it drained away in one move. Man, that's devastating. And he's also going to heal himself for 100% of his max HP, which if he's in a situation where he's really low on HP and he needs a ton of HP to keep himself up, the adrenaline rush is going to do that for him. So overall, I like the adrenaline rush. Of course, if it's on your team, this adrenaline rush is going to be pretty good and very annoying to deal with. But, you know, if you're coming up against it, you're going to want to try to take this guy out as quick as possible, for sure. So, pretty good adrenaline rush overall. Now, let's take a look at his signature move. One enemy will get infection, will get 50% infection for 2 turns. That's a very good part of his adrenaline rush. And plus, he's got infection all over the place. Mr.Liu is the equivalent of the S-class trader who also had infection in different places in his kit. So, he's pretty much the gold mythic trader, but obviously he's a different tune. So, that first part of his signature move is pretty good. However, I don't like the second part, only because it restricts the other 3 traits. Only if it was all teammates recover from bleed, not just all alert teammates. That's the part I don't like. I like the recover from bleed part. That's really good. That's really important. You know, it's just, you know, you have to have a team of all alert for that to be the most useful. And in the Mythic era, not everybody's going to have a full alert team. So that's kind of that's the bad part of his signature move, the fact that only all alert teammates are going to benefit from recovering bleed, which is a downside in my opinion. Maybe some people agree with me on that. I'm not saying recover from bleed is bad. No, that's good, but it's just the fact that the other 3 traits can't benefit from that. That's what's the problem with it. Okay, now let's take a look at his, other than that second part, it's a pretty good signature move. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these mythic abilities. Spirit, it's pretty good. I recommend if you're using a healer, like, let's see, I know Aaron, the strong Aaron, not alert Aaron, but the Aaron that is a part of the Knight's Allegiance, it's pretty good. So I would recommend leveling up Spirit for sure. Sure, it won't be a whole lot of healing, but I mean, it'll be better than no healing at all. Plus, you'll get a tiny bit of bonus HP. I mean, I would recommend leveling it up. I don't know how. It depends on the individual person, but me personally, I would recommend leveling up Spirit for sure. Persistent. Whenever a teammate or enemy dies, heal up to 2 teammates by 30% of their max HP. This is a pretty good one, because when I was first reading it, I thought I was seeing things, but no, it works either way. If one of your teammates gets killed, 2 teammates will get healed. If you kill an enemy, 2 teammates will get healed. So I think I would definitely recommend leveling that one up for sure, because that one could be a hidden gem. So definitely I would probably go ahead and level up that second one. Great Wall. While battling on the defense team at the start of each turn, all alert and strong teammates get 40% bonus HP. Again, that second part where you're excluding the 2 other traits of fast and tough. I'm not saying that Great Wall is a bad mythic ability, but it could be better. It could be better by just simply putting all teammates get 40% bonus HP. Now, if you've watched my Rating With Me videos, you know that I, 99% of the time, well, I'll say 90% of the time, I'll use pretty much almost all strong team. So that would work for me. But say if there was someone out there that wanted to create a fast and tough team, and they had one more slot to fill, and they wanted to put Mr.Liu in there, that unfortunately that's only going to work on Mr.Liu, and that would be a shame to, if they build up Mr.Liu and them not knowing about this one, that it would only work with green and red toons as opposed to all teammates. I definitely think if it was all teammates benefiting from that 40% bonus HP, it would be a whole lot better. But it is what it is. It just depends on your roster. Alright, Poisoned Blood. When this character dies, up to 2 enemies get 20% infection for 2 turns. Again, I think I would go ahead and level this one up for sure. Say if you first are, getting Mr.Liu and you don't have him all the way leveled up and he's not that powerful enough, if you want to test, if you want to test this mythic ability out, yeah, this would be a great test to go ahead and level that one up. Maybe level up the Poisoned Blood before any of the others just to test that out. That could be a way to go until you get him powered up all the way with mods and leveling him up and tearing him up and stuff like that. So I could potentially see people maybe want to test out Poisoned Blood by having him very weak at first as they're slowly leveling him up. So that one would be a pretty good way to go. I think all of his mythic abilities, I really like Spirit, Persistent, and Poisoned Blood. I'm not a big fan of Great Wall because only 2 traits are benefiting from the bonus HP. Alright, let's take a look at his specialist skill, Resistant. I hope I said it right. If not, oh well, it is what it is. This character will pretty much, from what I remember, he will block, impair, stun, bleed, probably burn. Will he resist infection? That might be the only thing that he might not, I don't know. But I know all of those, like I just said, impair, stun, bleed, burn, all of those things he's most likely going to have a higher chance of resisting than other toons would, so that's really good. Infection, I'm not sure about. He might, but infection, I'm not really sure about. But that specialist skill's pretty annoying and pretty good as well. Now let's take a look at his weapon. That normally I would recommend just go ahead and slot a weapon that you would already have, like if you want to even out that defense and HP and put like a focus stunned weapon and a alert buffs weapon. I would normally recommend that one. That's not a bad option at all. But the negative to that is you're taking away another aspect of the infection in his kit. Because that third and fourth slot are not bad at all. They're not bad at that. They're not that bad at all. You know, when being attacked, a better chance the attacker will get 50% heal reduction for 2 turns. I mean, you cannot craft that at all. That is, you know, that's really unique to the weapon. So, that's a really good third slot. And then that fourth slot's even better. When being attacked, a 30% chance the attacker will get 50% infection for 3 turns. Again, that third and fourth slot are very unique to this weapon, and you cannot craft them at all. So, normally, I would recommend putting a focus stunned and alert buffs weapon into his hands, but honestly, if you didn't want to do that for this character, I think you could get away with it, to be honest. You could have the heal reductions and infections popping off, potentially each turn, and that's going to be devastating if those pop off each turn. And that potentially could be better than Focus Stun with this character, because he's got other avenues to get infection off, so that's just an extra avenue of infection for Mr.Liu on him. You know, so you can't go wrong neither way, but I would actually recommend sticking with his base weapon for this one and just bumping that defense up a little bit. Try to get it up to, maybe get it up to 35 if you can, because he really doesn't need any AP, obviously. The HP and defense stats is what's going to matter for this guy. Not getting that adrenaline rush off as quick as you can, because who knows, you might have the gold mythic command Rick on your team, and you know, you could potentially get his rush off a lot faster than normal, and his rush is pretty fast anyway. So, and I really love the look of his Desert Eagle. I mean, it looks so sick. It looks awesome. Alright. I have to say, he does look pretty cool. He has a pretty cool Desert Eagle. He just looks pretty badass, if you want to know my opinion. And like I said, or maybe I didn't say it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This guy is going to be dangerous when a lot of people inevitably get him. So, I mean, it's going to happen. One day, one day for sure, this guy will be running around on every team, just like Zachary is right now. Mr.Liu is going to be the next pain in the butt, just like Zachary is right now. And I don't think I have much else left to say, so that's pretty much going to do it for this one. If you guys want to jump down there to the comments and tell me what you think about Gold Mythic Mr.Liu, or just to simply say hi, you may. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you like my content, subscribe to see more. It would be much appreciated. And to those who are subscribed to me already, it is very much appreciated. You guys are very awesome, and I thank you again. I want each and every one of you to have a magnificent day and magnificent weekend as well. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buckbeak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.